Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to anyone, everyone who might hear this. Good afternoon. It's been a couple weeks since we talked to you, and we wanted to talk to you, and we couldn't help but still have our brother Mark on our heart. So we gonna talk not so much about him. Well, yeah, it is gonna be a lot about him, but we're going to talk about what he did, what the life of this one man did, right? And it was a stream done a day. I think it was the day after, or a couple of days after he passed. 3 hour stream. I recommend everybody. Pardon me for not having it in the description right now, but I will upload it into the description. Um, it was a 3 hour stream that was just so beautiful, and it inspired me. I know personally, I didn't get the chance to meet Mark in the physical. You know, and I've known him about 5 years, and I never got to meet him in the physical. And it's sad that it took for his passing for me to really get to know him and to see how special of a person that I got to know. You know what I mean? And it's just so much about that stream that rocked me. I'm not gonna talk about that because I just get emotional. You know, I really got way more emotional than I anticipated. Yeah, I ain't gonna go all into that now. But I want to talk about kind of like legacy. And I see, I think the reason why I took his passing so I can't think of the word. I don't want to say personal because it's way deeper than that. But it just affected me in a way that just caught me off guard. Is because I see him as a brother in a mission that's bigger than brotherhood, that's bigger than just knowing somebody, that's bigger than family. Honestly, that's bigger than like he was my brother. Literally bigger than that. The reason why I know this man and I see him pass and see that the reason why I know him did not he didn't get this he got to see the work being done in the front end, but he didn't get to see it done. I'm not satisfied. Let me just say that. I just say that I'm not satisfied with the way he passed and the way we are as black people. Let me just say it like that and stop beating around the bush. I am very unsettled that my brother passed and passed and still had unsettling spirits in his spirit, if that makes sense. Bothers me. And it's not about me at all, but it does. So that's what I'm trying to say in the best way possible. So I wanted to touch on the idea of what we lose in the tangible sense, excuse me, when it comes to death, right? Um, the person is the person is gone. You know that person is gone. And listening to all them people talking about Mark, it made me think. It made me think of like the idea of celebrating our people while they here, as if they about to leave us. You know, and I don't know how to say that in a less dark way, right? Because I don't want to say like celebrate your people like they about to die. Like no, that's crazy. However, like how do we celebrate our people? Because everybody, man, this dude touched so many people. He touched me way over here on the west coast, a person that never even met this man in the physical, never shook his hand, never hugged him, and his life affected me. Hearing his life, hearing how he touched other people, affected me, and it made me think. Peace, brother Rodney. I don't know if you got the link, man, but I'm gonna drop it in there for you right now. Let me see how to get this right, man. I'm not used to doing it on my, cause I know you probably would have something to say about my guy, man. Peace, G. Hang on, let me get this. Aha, here we go. Yeah, feel free if you're available. Feel free. But excuse me. Let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah, just the idea of celebrating our folks while they here, and people do. A lot of people do, you know. But more. You know what I mean? Even the people that you don't like, find the good stuff in a minute. Just shout it out straight up. People that's doing stuff in your town, and we all know them. People who doing stuff in your town, shout them out, man. Shout your towns out. Shout the entrepreneurs out. Shout the people out that got the restaurant. Shout the like for real. Share their stuff on social media. Literally, I went back, man, on my social media to get. I went on our private group chats and stuff to see what our interactions was, to see when me and him was communicating. I went on my Facebook to see when we became friends and what he said. Literally, man, the only two things I found of him was him sharing when I was saying some stuff about some community stuff. Right, this is the only thing that he did was support, just supported folks, just supported folks. Let me bring Sister Salima on. Excuse me, I didn't even see there for. Yeah, this the only interaction that I had with this man was him supporting me. Are we talking about sports, or him literally just coming out the blue and just calling something like it is and then going back to work? Literally, man, this man and this one person who was a, and it is so funny because he was a little man and he left-handed. The person talking to you now is a little man and I'm left-handed. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that I didn't even know about him. I knew that he was a smaller man from just pictures and stuff. I know he was left-handed like me, right? You know, and but all the people who he touched, all the people who he touched, man. I'm talking about I heard a sister say that this man was her father growing up, not her biological father, literally. And how she said it was not trying to make a scene, try to look good, and try to just shout him out and gas him up because he gone. No, 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 no. She was very serious. She was very serious. Said him and my other big brother, man, became her dad, man. How can you not break down and realize what you can do in life? Just one person in life. And I understood right there that yes, one man can change the world because if you change one person's life, you literally have changed the universe, man. With just one person, it might be a little inkling of a change, but damn it, you changed something. You changed something, man. This dude, you understand what I'm saying? This dude of the BAIO changed dozens and dozens. I don't know how many people was, but I know I couldn't get off the phone. I couldn't hang up. I had to hang up because I went out of service. I went out of service, came back, listened to the rest of it. 3 hours and some minutes, man. I couldn't stop listening to people just shouting him out, talking about him, joking on him. One person, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens upon black people just loving on him and saying how he changed them and how he brought them together. People coming on the stream saying, "Yeah, I know you because of you and you and you," and he connected all. Incredible, man. Incredible what this one little person did. So how the hell I'm gonna listen to anybody tell me what I can't do, what you can't do, Sister Salima, what the BAIO ain't gonna do? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Cause my brother, my big brother Mark Cunningham, man, he showed me that day listening to that stream. Listen to that stream. It wasn't him passing. It wasn't in passing because I never met him. I never met him, so I couldn't feel that handshake that I'll never get again, that hug that I'll never get again, that voice that's always in my ear. I heard him speaking, you know what I mean? But y'all understand, it's different when you actually know the person, you know, and kicked it with the person. But listening to y'all, I broke down and cried like several babies. I'm talking about driving, ugly crying, man. Listening to Sister Salima came on, I couldn't help it. And then right after her brother Dawood came on, I couldn't help it. Then right after that, a sister I didn't even know this her name was Shamika. She comes on. She comes on. And she said, y'all stay with us. Y'all already endangered species. I need y'all to stay with us. Man, I promise you, I didn't wreck. So how you gonna tell me whoever E whoever E the L is your device is not connected. So if you somebody who really has something to say, man, my apologies. It's your device saying your device not connected, so I can't bring you on the screen. Just to let you know. Hopefully, yeah.
Hello.
Peace, B.
Ah, you remember me, bro?
All of that I wanted to say though, that was the end of Peace, B. Sister Salima gonna say something next, and then you can say what you gotta say. That was the big gist of it though, is that I seen how this one person changed so many lives, and I saw, and first it made me sad that I know that he passed without seeing his real vision. His real vision. And I don't even know what his real vision was, but I'm confident that he didn't see that, and it bothered me. And then on the flip side, I became so happy and proud to know that damn it, we is doing it though, and we're gonna do it thanks to him. Because so many other people who want him with it, and that's all I gotta say. Sister Salima, the floor is yours.
Peace, how are you?
I'm very well. The floor is yours.
Um, I
I'm
just
okay too.
this one has been very hard for me. I've known Mark for over 30 years. Um, that sister that you talked about where you said that that was her dad, that's my niece. And when I say that those three gentlemen, Mark Cunningham, Hollop, and Larry, they have always treated her as if she was their children, that she was their child.
Sister
And
Salima, Sister
yes,
Salima, I
yes.
promise you, I want to mute myself, and I am. But let me say this about that. You talking to somebody who I I know you. I met you. We was in Atlanta, so Big Brother Holla was there. I finally got to meet my big brother in the physical. But I don't know y'all upbringing. I'm hearing all these New York accents. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing this. And when I hear this, because I'm listening at the time live, when I hear this sister come on and she says that, she even says it like yeah, I don't want to make it seem like it's just nonchalant. No, they were my dad. Let me
Oh
not make
yeah.
it seem like they
Oh,
became
did
like my dad, or it was sort of kind of like my dad, or they took care. No, they were my dads. Let me say
absolutely.
that. And they talking about two black men that I know. But you see, in the media and what the messages that we get, and we know it's lies about us in fatherhood, especially when it comes to women. This is a
Mm-hmm.
grown ass woman telling us that he didn't get to meet my son.
Yep.
He didn't get to meet basically
Yep.
his grandkid, his little brother, his nephew, everything. You understand me? So
Absolutely.
that part was just so
It's
important. It
the
was just so important. I just want everybody to understand how important that is, and that's one of the lies that just had me like, man, we can do everything, man. We can do everything. We just gotta come together and start loving on each other and stop playing and not just faking like we do and faking like we want black power and actually just loving on each other, not saying it, not saying black power and
right.
let's go. No, if we love on each other, everything that we want to do would happen. We would disappear together and just go somewhere and love on each other and ball.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I really am gonna let you have the floor, brother. Sorry, sis.
Absolutely.
Just
No,
really
and I
go
feel
ahead.
what you're saying because watching her grow up with these men as the father figures in her life, um it was an amazing thing. And then you see all of these memes where they're talking about black men not taking care of their children, black men, if you see the black man and the woman got all these kids, these men took care of this girl and she was just their friend's daughter. So that right there proves that that's a misconception. It's a stereotype that's not actually accurate. Um, they take these stereotypes and then they just broad stroke all black people with them, and it's absolutely not the truth. Um, so like I was saying, this was one of the hardest losses for me, and I'm not sure why I'm feeling it so heavy, but since Friday, I literally have been in I've been in my bedroom with the lights out. I had a migraine since the moment that I found out. And my niece called me this morning and she said, "Hey, we have some updates about what's going to happen with this big event that I'm planning in January." And I was like, "Okay, you got to get up." But this touched me in such a way that when you said you wanted to do the live, I was like, I have to get this out of me. I have to get I have to get these words out of me because this is extremely hard. I'm watching people basically in my age group and they're dying. That's something real deep to think about, that our people, like you said, he didn't get a chance to see his vision. He didn't get a chance to meet his grandson. Um, so that's going to be something that is that young, that little prince, my nephew, that beautiful boy. he's never going to meet somebody that would have meant so much to him because he meant so much to his mom, you know? So when you were saying we have to honor each other while we're living, um, they that we call that giving the person their flowers, you know, and that's why you can attest to this. I make sure I tell you guys I love you. I make sure when I see a live or a post or when you say something, I make sure that I address it instantly for that reason, you know, so that I'm letting you know how much I appreciate you now. And that's what we have to start doing. Um, we just have to make sure that we make that the people who care about us, the people who we care about, we let them know that we love them, that they mean something to us. And that trip in Atlanta, it was amazing that we were just able to just sit and chill and talk
Incredible.
and
It wasn't.
um
It wasn't long enough. It
it
wasn't
wasn't
long
long
enough.
enough.
It's incredible.
It was That's definitely it. It wasn't long enough. And I think that if we did a week together, first of all, we're gonna cry when we leave because that's gonna be a lot. But it was so amazing to see everybody and to feel your presence and to hug you all and to say to your face that I love you. You know, and I think people I don't say I love you to everybody. I'm just letting you know that that's not something that I do. I don't give that away freely. So if I say tell you I love you, I genuinely love you cuz I don't like a lot of people.
Nice to
So
know.
yes, if I tell you that I love you, I genuinely love you. Um and it's just something that this I don't know why it was so hard for me to to process and when I have to go to New York for the services, it's going to be extremely difficult for me to say goodbye to him. So we need to make sure that we are taking care of one another. That's why when you all said you were sick, I this is how you fix this. You know, I make sure that I give y'all what y'all need that I have. When I do those things, it's because I love y'all. And that's what we have to continuously tell each other. And it's not I don't think it's excessive either because everybody else in the outside world is telling us how much they hate us. So we have
What?
to
Who
make
told
sure
you
that
that? If I may ask, who told you that he doesn't like you
oh
outside?
there's a bunch of people. You know, that's just people in everyday life. You know, that they
Oh,
say they don't like black people, or you know, as a black woman, we get a lot of hate from other people, and that's just the life that we live. So the people that are around us, we have to make sure that the people that are around us are positive people, positive influences, and they let you know that you're an amazing person.
well,
Vigoda,
yeah.
do you have something to say?
I just wanted to say to the owner of the channel, to this owner of the channel, hello. And I don't know what exactly is the topic. I just, like I said, just want to say hello and to say that I love your channel.
Thank you, thank you. Well, we recently
You,
had
you,
one of our
you remember
brothers
me?
pass. We had one of our brothers pass away, so today
Oh,
we kind of
sorry.
just we're not still saying goodbye. We're not really remembering them. We're just expressing life. We're just expressing life. We expressing life today,
Sorry
and
to
I think
hear.
he's gonna. So hopefully, this is what I'm gonna do because this isn't a good day to just talk about just random stuff. We are talking about family, and
Okay.
you aren't close family, so we're gonna get you off. But we do be talking about things that you say that you like. Maybe come on one of those times, and we always send
Yeah,
the
yeah,
link
I
out. We
understand,
always
bro.
invite
So,
people to come
yeah,
and talk, so you can come and talk some other time, bro. Straight
yeah,
up,
okay.
you are welcome to
Bye.
come up and talk about
Yeah,
whatever you want to talk
thank you,
about.
bro.
We are so down. All right, you have
Just
a
want
good
to
one,
make
okay?
sure that you remember me.
I don't remember you
Just
now,
want to
but
be sure
that's
that you
okay.
remember.
Peace. It's okay. We don't have to think about him anymore. This is family business. Isn't that interesting, y'all? Though that when we be talking about our geopolitical stuff and asking people to come and talk and talk and talk, everybody's silent and we got crickets. But then when we want to talk about family and family business, hey, do you remember me? And I'm trying to be nice, right? But you know dang well this ain't the time to come talk about.
He's listened
Seriously,
to the conversation and he know that conversation that
exactly,
he's trying to
exactly,
have is not
exactly.
for this particular live. That's just like the brother that wanted to come on and have that huge, discussion about the Congo when we were talking about a lighthearted movie review. Those things crack me up. Maybe we just needed that laugh,
Let me
but
before I let you and Jabari keep on going. I wanna before I let you and Jabari keep on going and take it. I wanna say two or three quotes from the 3 hour stream that I literally wrote down because they hit me so hard. The first one was from brother Angus when he said, "When we're around someone special and close to your heart, you have to fully embrace them." That's the whole giving them the flowers. The second one was the black man is endangered enough as it is. I need y'all to stay with us. That's from
Mhm.
Sister Shamika. That one was just crazy. And the third one was from Brother Moody. Brother Moody, when he said, "This man remembered my daughter's birthday and my anniversary. I don't even remember my anniversary." He literally talks about the brother just randomly just hit him up like, "Hey man, happy anniversary." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to share that to kind of bring it back. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, because I already said my piece in the first part.
I just want to make this brief. I didn't get the chance to know Mark. I haven't seen him in person, but I do have his influence, in the chat with him talking. And he was very funny. He was very relatable. He understood a lot of things that a lot of people in our community, especially, people who are in the conscious community don't understand. But he could see through it. And that was something that I really liked. It was shocking at first because it was like, wow, like homie's actually gone. I didn't expect anybody from the BIO to actually be gone, but it's like, well, now here we are. But for me, it's a lesson, and it's one that I always say is I'm not the person who likes to wait till later. I understand we have to give time, and I'm always in favor of that, but time is not forever. We don't live forever. So you have to really
Amen.
be active in what you do and active in what you are trying to envision, because I always have the presumption I want to see my vision alive. Like I understand some people's like, well, we're not going to see it in our lifetime. I was like, well, if I'm not going to see it in my lifetime, and there's not that sort of sight, then I don't want to do it because I'm just wasting my whole life on something that I'm never going to see. We have to come to the mindset that
Speak on it.
we want, we're living to see what we want to see.
Speak on it, Jay. Keep going. Keep going, young man.
That's really it, because I don't, like I said, we're approaching, because I keep forgetting, and I have to keep reminding myself I'm 23, about to turn 24.
Keep talking, young
I'm
leader.
not I'm not I'm not a child anymore. I'm
Keep talking,
not
young leader.
in high school anymore. Like I have to remind myself, like I'm 23 years old. I'm old enough to be somebody's daddy. And that's
Damn
when
it,
you realize, like, time is going. Like you're not getting any younger. Like time is going.
young Jabari. I don't know if you remember. We're in the chat a few weeks ago. I posted. Big brother was talking, and he had said something about him probably not seeing something in his lifetime, and I posted, "I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I know it might sound feasible that you won't, but I will be damned, sir. We are going do it. That's why I love you. You come up here before you came on, a few minutes before you came on. I was saying, talking about all the people that he touched, all the people that Brother Mark Cunningham brought together, all the people who he not just brought together, but who he affected in a life changing way. So how in the hell and what in the hell do we look like being here breathing real good air, talking real good mess, and not accomplish everything that we say we're gonna accomplish. It doesn't. It would not make sense because as long as we reaching out and connecting and loving on each other with the right people, because I listened to all the people he connected and even seen how I was connected to some of those people, and I said, look at this, and I'm connected with y'all who also have other connections with other people, and all we doing is connect. I'm talking about, and I know our connections run deep from South
Hmm.
Africa to East Africa to West Africa to East Coast to West Coast to down south. Our connections are deep right now. What the hell do we look like not completing and achieving our goals? No one can tell me nothing about it. We lost our
Right.
brother, and I am very upset that he did not get to see that vision because it. Whatever we want to say about his time and everything else, I'm talking about me and my selfish self. I don't feel I don't feel satisfied with where we at, and one of ours is gone. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. That's why we have to go ahead and get it together. We got to seriously start taking care of one another. We have to support one another. We really, really got to be serious about this thing that we want to do, you
That's
know?
literally
So,
enough. That's literally enough. Support one another.
hmm,
We hate on each other so much, even if it's low key hate, even if it's like, what do you call it, like little innocent, quote unquote hate, and just, you know what I'm saying, little stuff that we do to each other that is unnecessary. We need this has to stop. I wish one of these famous people would say that and mean it and keep on
right.
saying that. Seriously, this I'm talking about the little petty stuff. We literally celebrate pettiness. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Oh yeah, I'm
It,
petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
it's
To
the
knock it
fact that
off, not to
grown
us. Let's be
people
petty
are,
to them. Let's be
it's a,
petty to them. We are so
no,
patient. We are so gracious to everybody else. Let's be petty with everybody else and love on us, man.
it's the
Damn,
fact
man, it's
that
about
grown people are okay with being petty. I've always had a problem with that. Like, what do you, why are you celebrating the fact that you petty? Like, that you, what? That bothers me, you know? So, um, yeah, we need this, sis, because this is, like I said, I don't know. I mean, it's probably because we were as close as we were that this is hitting me so hard. But I've been in this dark room for almost 3 days because I did not know what to do. Like, this is really, really hard. So we have to support each other, even if it's just making sure that we checking on each other.
oh my
And
goodness.
the people that people that have checked on me, I appreciate y'all so much. Those things were like bright spots, you know, in the midst of all of this darkness that I've been going through. It was like bright spots that people were actually checking on me because I was really going through it. Like, y'all know me as
Hey,
this, happy person. I was not happy at all this week.
I'm about to give. Listen, I don't know about you, but this comment right here just gave me so much energy. Look at this though. I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why. Cause see, I'm the type. Let's say if I had a test. Let's say if I had a test, like a very important test for a promotion, or it was just an important test where it took like intelligence. I'm the type that like my prayer would be like to like one of the ancestors, one of like a Malcolm X, but I would ask for his intelligence, or
Mm-hmm.
a John Henry Clark, but I would ask for his intelligence, for his concentration, or like that's what I would do, right? Understand me now. I actually have an a new ancestor. I can call on this brother's patience. I could call on this brother's love. I could call on this brother's gift to bringing people together. How about that? Is
Absolutely.
that crazy though? Right. I didn't even think about it like that because I don't know about you, but who says that you got to be my blood or whatever to be my? Hold on, let me get this out the way. This is bothering me now. Get out the way. Anyway, yeah, that was just a really good comment. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
that was beautiful. But like, seriously, and Jabari, I was even shocked when we were in Atlanta. Jabari actually hugged me, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was going to hug him. I expected him to like give me a little fake hug. I got a real hug from him because Jabari don't like people touching him. So, but
Jabari's so
we
special.
really he is so special. I love him though. I love him, even though he made me sit next to that person that we're not gonna mention. But you know,
He is your son. Okay,
he is my.
he's your adopted son. Okay, I
Why
want
he
to say
gotta be
this.
mine? I
I
don't.
want to say this. I want to say this though. I think what I've had to learn is, especially in these situations, is oftentimes because we are so steeped in history, a lot of our people, we tend to look at ourselves as bystanders. So we tend to don't realize we're alive. That means we're actively deciding how history is going to be written. I
Yeah.
always I used to have the mindset that, oh well, history is looked at through bystanders. So like, yeah, like, the Malcolm X, the Henry McNeil Turners, but I didn't realize, like, yeah, but at one time they were alive and they were doing what we were doing, but
Mhm.
it's written down because it's now in the past. It was now 30, 40 years ago. But I have to remind myself, like, now we're actively having to write history. Like, I have to
Yeah.
realize that we are the ones who are going to have to actively write history, because when you're gone, the question is, okay, well, 100 years from now in 2100, what are they going to be writing in the history books about you? What are they going to be writing about the history books about a Salim or other people in the chat, or just people in general? What are they going to write about? And that's I've come to that conclusion. I am an active person in history. I have to look at it as I'm the person that people are writing about, and what are they going to write about for, and what are they going to remember me for, and what have I contributed?
Absolutely. See, that's the way your mind is so beautiful. Like the way that you think, there's not many people that think like you. I appreciate your mind so much. So absolutely. That's one thing. And and I remember when my sister started having children, I remember saying to myself, you're gonna have to be a good person because they're gonna be looking at you. And my sister had my first nephew when I was 15 years old, I think. So let's think about a 15-year-old understanding that these people are going to be looking at you um as an adult, first of all. And I wasn't an adult at all, but they're going to be looking at you to see what they should and shouldn't be doing. And then talking to these 30-year-old people now, we've had conversations where they're stating the things that you did changed my life in XYZ way. The things that I saw you doing as a child is why I do X, Y, and Z. So we have to understand the gravity of our actions, the gravity of what we do, and that these my nieces and nephews, they tell their children now about the things that we did as a family, or this person did. They're now teaching their children. So that is where history is being written. So this is actually what we need to be focusing on. You know, what do you want the history books to say about you? I've never had a negative interaction with Mark. Never in the 30 years that I've known him, that I knew him, did I have a negative thing to say about him. I mean, other than the fact that he had little personal quirks that we laugh about, but that's with everybody, you know. But when it comes to being there for somebody or doing things, I don't have anything negative to say about him. That's my brother. I love him. I'm going to miss him for the rest of my life. And his legacy lives on.
And to add to that point, when that happened, and I think about Hollip, and I think about my parents wish for my grandparents that they were still alive. But one of the things I ask that motivates me to do what I do and motivates me to work so hard and try to plan everything out now is because I think about I want my parents or I want people older than me who are in their senior years to say, you know what, I want to live the rest of my life out in Liberia. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to be buried in that place. That's what I always think about, because that's the question thing that we have to remember is, our parents are getting up there in age. In 20 years from now, we'll still be here in 20 years, 20, 30 years. But many of those people who were born in the 50s and 60s are gonna that their time will be up by 2040, 2045, 2050. And do we want to look at 2040 and 2045 and 2050 saying, man, they never got a chance to go to Africa. Man, they didn't get to live in Africa. Man, you know, I don't want to think that. I don't want that to have to be the reality.
Absolutely. That's why I said we gotta focus and we gotta do what we gotta do. Um, I had a conversation with a brother on Facebook the other day, and he, in his mind, we need to buy land here, build it up, and then once we can make that successful, take what we've learned and apply it on the continent. Honestly, that doesn't make sense to me because we've already attempted to do that multiple times, and the government has destroyed those those pursuits. So to continue to do the same thing over and over again is a definition of insanity. It's time to do something that we've never done before, and it's time for us to go.
It's time
You
for
know,
us to go and it's time for us to do, because I always say
absolutely.
it's time for us to do because we set the example. I have that's been hard for me. That's why oftentimes beforehand I was very hesitant because I was so in the mindset of looking at, like she said, our storytellers. The storytellers are the one telling the story, and I completely forget that I'm living in present day. I'm
Hmm.
I am history. I am deciding what my fate is. I'm deciding that now. And we have to look at it, and I've had to look at myself and say, just do. Just do. Don't always look at things from a past lens. This is now. Do now. Do what do you want to do? What do you want to see?
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say because I'm at the point where I don't want to have to see like a what if, like man, what if we did this 5 years ago? What if we did this? Where will we be? It's like no, like
Jabari,
it's time
Jabari.
to yeah.
It's so, it's so. I'm so pleased hearing you. I'm so pleased hearing you, man. I'm so pleased hearing you. Here's the deal, though. I refuse. there is no, there is no. I don't want. I don't want. No, 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 no. I refuse. I refuse. I've long came up with the idea. I'm so glad that you're coming up with it far younger than I did. But I've come up with it like, no, I refuse to die in America, man. That sounds like when you talk about, yeah, hell no. I'm talking about I don't want to trip on the steps, bruh. Like straight up, man. Stay safe, man. Cause no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And what we are doing is just that, getting on. We are. I know that we like to say. I love to say it. I wish just we could just say it and people would be like, man, hell yeah, man. I'm getting onto the website. I'm trying to get into y'all Discord chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on y'all Signal chat. Let's like what we doing? What I just missed the Atlanta trip. Y'all just went to Atlanta and had a group meeting. What I want. I wish we could just say it and people would be like, damn, they really are just normal people loving on each other, wanting to see us have a place away from America where we're just safe and working on our own self, literally, not sitting up there waiting on somebody to give us permission, waiting for somebody to give us some money, waiting for somebody to say, here's y'all space. No, man, go make our own like like actual people would do, like actual men would do. Let me talk to my brothers. Okay, excuse me, sister Salima. Let me say that. Like men would do. What men would do is say, no, let's go get our own. I have a job. You have a job, bro. You got a job, bro. How about we just put our own together and do our own? When you say build here already, When you say build here already, I'm talking to an engineer. I work in construction. I'm an electrician. I think that's enough people with enough. I know black people in every field. We have enough people to build right now. We don't have to worry about, oh, let's do it here and see how it works. Nah, man, we know how to do it. I know surveyors. I know carpenters. I know roofers. I know plumbers. All black though, literally.
You know, architecture,
The
I mean, architects, there's
the
just
man, the company that I work for, because I'm still learning to become a master electrician. I can't talk that mess yet. I work for a company owned by a Haitian family, a Haitian man and woman, married couple. Half the company's black,
And you
literally. So what
and
are
you
we
know the
talking about? Do it. What do we already are doing it here. We've already done it here. We're just doing it for other people. It's time to do it for ourselves and
the
stop being
but
mad because the people who have the power won't let us get in to have their power. Let's go create our own power. It is possible if we believe. Us in the BIO
and
believe. We know that this is gonna happen.
man,
Come on.
I have that conversation, and this goes back to our whole, one is legacy, but two is we tend to have a thing of I want this. Like we say, we want our own leagues, we want our own schools and all that. But people forget you need an army. You need, like, I'm only one person. I can only do but so much. I can only do but
Exactly.
so much. You have to, we as a community and us as individuals have to say, let's come together. Let's get the ingredients. Y'all want stuffing. I say this, y'all want stuffing, but y'all don't want to get the ingredients to make stuffing. Y'all don't want, to put it in the oven. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all just want the stuffing. Y'all want potato yams, but y'all don't want to,
Hmm.
have to put the marshmallows and all of that into the potato yams to make it good. Y'all just want the potato yams and then get mad when it's not good. It that that is how we have. That's why I think about things. I always think about we have to get everything together. We have, like you said, we have black engineers. We have black lawyers. We have a lot of black scientists. But we have to understand nobody can do it by themselves. We're not a one man army. Nobody's a one man army. I understand we tend to look at, and this goes into storytelling. In storytelling, we always have a propensity to look at a few people, but we forget behind those few people that we will never know stood tens of thousands of other people that we will never know their names.
absolutely. They definitely need to unplug from the matrix. That is the truth.
I'm trying to get T Bella to come on because all she's doing is saying some
Dropping
wisdom.
jewels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you in a space, you could be in a space where you got your headphones on with your family or something. I don't know. If you in a space to chop it up, you more than welcome. You more than welcome. Jabari, I really appreciate you, man. You ain't doing nothing but dropping juice, and that's literally what this is about. That's literally what this is about. That was the reason for this, because I was moved by his passing to basically talk about how this one, and I'm gonna say small man because he was short in stature and skinny, but I'm saying that because of how big he was, how big his life was. This
Hmm.
one little man, did have such an effect on so many people, and being a member of the BIO, being my brother, being my family, he's a part of me, and I just want the best for myself and my family. So I look at it and I say, hey, this is what I got in my family. So I'm gonna keep this cohesion going, by just celebrating him a little bit more and expressing how using what he did to continue to do the work that we doing, and everything is gonna come into fruition. Yes,
And
yes.
oftentimes for me, when I grieve, usually I'm not the kind of person that, like, I sometimes cry, usually when it's at the funeral. But usually what I do is I'm always in an energetic state of mind. I'm motivated to actually go and do things. When I see people pass, I never just feel like, oh, the world has come to an end. What that sends a message to me is it's time to get active. it's time to get moving. It's time to do work. It's a motivating
Yeah,
factor, and that's what it
yeah.
should be.
Jabari, Jabbar, I wrote something to him, and I'm gonna share it too. I think I'm gonna share it too. But I wrote something to him, and I literally it's I love you so much, Jabbar. But I literally said something like you inspired the all you were inspiration to the already inspired. You like encourage you like gave encouragement to the courageous or something like that. Like you gave me more for real, man. Because at first I was sitting up there and I started crying and I was crying because of the just the sadness, man. And I'm bawling, bro. I'm bawling seriously. And then I just felt this fire, this fire of a surety that I know I'm on the right path, though. You know what I'm saying? And I was just feeling that it was. I've never felt anything like it in my life. I'm 40. I've never felt anything like that in my life ever ever. And it was just so I don't have the word for it. I don't want to minimize it. I can't exaggerate it, but I don't want to minimize it with the words that I know, man. It was crazy. It was crazy, man, and it just shook me and rocked me. And I finally had a chance last night at midnight to sit down and write to him, man. And this morning I'm like, what we gonna do? We need to talk to the people. Damn it, we gonna leave it on this energy, man, because I love this energy. I love this energy and everything you saying, Jabbar, you is on point. Just take that I don't want to know I am not. You know what I'm talking about, Bari? When you saying I don't want to be like that, you're not, bruh. The hell you talking about? You already not. I,
Hello, good
I can tell you
evening.
that. I don't want to. So I don't want to hear. So I don't want to hear you saying I don't want to. You already not. I promise you. I'm not saying that to you because you know this, but that words mean something. Words mean something. Big brother Dawood, you came on too, fam. It was listen, big brother Dawood. You came. Sister Salima came on. I got weak. You came on. My knees buckled. I was done. And then the sister came on after you, Shamika. I didn't have a chance. I did not expect it. I expected to get on at 6 o'clock, say, man, I love him, and then let everybody who knew the brother for 30, 20 years had a piece. Man, I couldn't get off the dang stream, man. It was crazy. Sister Tara, I don't know if this is T Bella, but if it is, the floor is
It
yours.
is. If you give me a moment to get on the mic, I would introduce myself and thank you for the invitation.
Pardon me, mom. Pardon me, sis.
Not a problem. Hello, good afternoon, all. I'm grateful for the invitation and also to celebrate Brother Mark. He is not gone, he has transitioned, and we are grateful for the time we've had with him. He is one of two Marks I have had the blessing to know. And in the time that I was allowed to be in his presence, it was always a joy. And I share, as he was Mark II, I know Mark I, aka Holip. Met him first, then met Mark II. And they have been absolutely wonderful in their diversity of mindset. They had a mindset of come as you are. Okay, you're entitled to think how you want, be who you are, but we can agree to disagree. Actually, I was talking with Brother Holub about an agree to disagree not too long ago. Um, and that's how we've carried this for many moons. I've known both gentlemen over 15 years, and I'm grateful to hear that. And I share every once in a while because, I have my perspective of things. And it's not always agreeable, and that's okay. You can agree to disagree. Hence, what I had put in the chat about certain things. I'm a life learner. I am graced to be a half a century old this year and look forward to learning while I'm here. It is very challenging when you have grown as a collective. I'm a first generation American. So my concept of things is different than maybe people who were born here. Um, I am married. I have a different mindset than my husband. He's American. So his ideals are different from mine, and we agree to disagree on upbringings and things of that nature. So, hence my last comment of basically collecting with people who are like minded and moving on. You're not going to get everybody because everybody's not ready to unplug. And that's okay because some people you don't need to be unplugged because they don't know what to do with themselves and they don't mean well. He and I was speaking about different movies, like the one about Nat Turner. You know, also the fact that if you move forward and you look for people who have a similar mindset, you can do more good than trying to grab everybody to get back on the boat. So, with those things and opinions, I am going to gracefully move back and let others share. And thank you for the invitation to celebrate our new ancestor, Brother Mark. Thank you.
Sister Tara, before you go off, may I say thank you for your comments first because they were just so full of wisdom. I was like, hopefully she could still hear us. They were so full of wisdom
I hear you.
that I was just like, come on in. Is she still there? Oh, that was Dawood that dropped. Yeah, yes, they were just full of so much wisdom, and you kept going. I was like, man, if you got a second here, so thank you so much. Seriously, your voice is beautiful on here. Straight up, thank you.
My honor, my pleasure. And other people, if you are invited, just don't be afraid to speak. It's okay. It's all right. Because if our voices aren't heard, then we can encourage others. Just hearing yourself, having that, how should we say, courage to vocalize what's in your heart and in your mind. It builds confidence, it builds assurance. And yes, you do matter. Every voice matters, regardless how loud, how small. So, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Big Brother Dawood and Sister Terra. Please, blessings. Please, thank you, man. Thank you for having a second. I know you're super busy.
Hey, how's everything going, y'all?
Man,
Hello,
if
can
you
y'all hear
don't
me?
talk, yes, we can
Hello,
hear you. We on pins and needles
hello,
waiting to hear your voice, sir.
hello.
I know I am.
Oh, you can hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Everyone
Absolutely.
can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm driving, so and I'm on headphones. But yeah, no,
Please be careful.
it's all good. I do much worse than this. Um, but anyway, so this particular stream is kind of honoring our good brother Mac.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes,
because I
yes.
want to make sure I'm in line with the topic. But nah,
You are.
bro, listen, like it's been kind of tough for me. Like I've been working, and in the midst of me working, it hits me, and like, man, this dude is gone, and it's hard because like I've kept myself busy, but in the middle of me being busy, some things happen, and I'll say, oh man, like Mac is really gone. You know what I mean? Because it's like when Holla called me to tell me, I was in shock. I was like, I know Mac played basketball and things like that, so he was in good health. And when we talked about health, Mac talked about supplements that he took. So this definitely took me by surprise. But the thing about Mac and the thing about the BAIO is that Mac was a very smart person that believed in what was right and basically what was factual. I don't want to say right because right is a concept that some of us use, some of us don't use. But he always ruled on the side of something that was factual. And so even if we all were lined up against something and it made sense to him, he would say, but I'm not jacking that because I see this in it and I see that in it. And I always admired that about him because it takes a lot of self-confidence and strength to be that kind of person. And me and Mac talked for many, many hours offline, and we had a lot of very similar experiences. And the crazy thing about it is that when you bond with another person that thinks like you, what you start seeing is you start going through the same things. So when I had woman trouble, Mac had woman trouble. When I had financial changes in my life, Mac had financial changes in life. It was crazy. And when I would tell him, he'd be like, "Oh shoot, brother, I'm going through that too." So I don't know, man. Like, it's like I love all my brothers and sisters in the BAIO. So I don't want y'all to think that there's one person that I love more than another person. I just had a really strong connection with that dude. And he was a very honest, very principle based person. And that is something that is very hard to come by these days. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was saying to them, everybody's busy trying to figure out this gender war, whether it's men that's the problem or women that's the problem. And that makes a lot of people scared to get into relationships. But the one thing that you can hold as a constant above and beyond whether a person's a man or a woman is that if they live by a code, they're going to live by that code whether they're with you or whether they're not. You know what I'm saying? So if the person lives by a code, like me, myself, my foundation is I'm an FOI from the Nation of Islam. That's my foundation. I'm not in it no more, but that's my foundation. So to this day, if you run into me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to have a pen and a pad on me. I'm going to have a watch for time. I'm going to, like, not lean on walls. I'm going to, there's certain things that I live by. Mac lived by certain principles that were not bendable according to the time or the emotion that he went through. And of the many things that I think I learned from him, that is the one thing that I want to take with myself for the rest of my life. Live your life according to the principles that you hold dear, and don't let no person, circumstance, emotion, or times changing stop you from living on, according to those principles, because they are the things that are going to, when you look back in life and you look back at your decisions, we are going to be able to be proud of our decisions based on those principles. And to me, that's what Max stood for. And to be very honest with you, his best friend Hollip is the same kind of person. They both are very, I feel like this, I live my life this way, and regardless to who comes into or goes out of my life, I live by that. And that's one of the things that I like about them and people like them. Because a lot of people, and I think that you're allowed to evolve as you get older, but at the same time, your evolution is not going to betray your foundation, if that makes sense. So when the concept of nationhood, because I was kind of there when it was presented, when the concept of nationhood was presented to Mac, he thought about it and he instantly agreed. And you have to understand, like, it takes a lot for a person that has a sports show with black people, white people, and people from all walks of life to have me, Hollip, Dev, R come on that show and talk about nationhood. It takes a lot, because most people wouldn't let you do that. They'd be like, well, I don't want to offend this audience. I don't want to offend that audience. But Mac and Rodney, they would let Hollip, myself, and the rest of us, we would come on their show and we would talk all that Black Power shit. And they didn't care. And to me, that was very impressive.
Yeah,
Because like I
yeah,
said, a lot of people would be like, nah, y'all can't come on my show. Y'all can't do this. Y'all can't do that, because you're going to, and they let us come on there and say whatever we wanted to say. But at the same time, I think Mac trusted us not to say something crazy also. Because if you said something crazy, he would kind of bounce you out of there. And a lot of things happened on that show that were very organic. You know what I mean? And there was like fallouts between people, and Mac, whenever there was a fallout, it would always be Mac that would call and try to patch it up. I don't know if y'all knew that. Whenever there was like beef between two people, he would be the one to call people and patch it up. I mean, R would too, but Mac is a little bit more outgoing. You know what I'm saying? So he would do that, and I loved him for that, because if he was on your side, he was on your side. But if there were two people that he had love for, it troubled him. And he would try his best to bring those two people back together. So, I mean, I know some of y'all know Mac and some of y'all don't. But those of you who don't know Mac, these are things that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the most beautiful blessing is when you can expose something beautiful about somebody when they pass, instead of exposing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go online and say he was a beautiful person, but you didn't know this about him, and it makes you love the person more, because we're so caught up in the culture of trying to find out something negative about somebody when they're not here, when they pass, or even when they're not in your group anymore. So for myself, again, it's a great loss, because that was a person that I could call and really, really lay myself out on. And he wouldn't. Another thing about Mac is he really wasn't a judgmental person. He really was not. He was not a judgmental person. He was the kind of dude that accepted you where you was at and built with you where you was at. And I thought that that was dope. So that's my piece. And I see R's in the queue. So R could tell you, most everything I said was true. But I'm gonna let somebody else talk, and I'm gonna shut up.
Thank you, big brother Dawood.
No doubt, bro.
Big brother R.
Yeah, what's up, people? Peace, family. First of all, peace to y'all.
That's
You
my
Peace,
know,
brother.
brother R.
Peace, bro.
peace. Yeah. I had to get on. Unfortunately, I'm here at work. I really can't be on long, but I just want to start off by saying, brother Dawood, you definitely on point. You understand what I'm saying? I know I haven't met most of you, probably all of you. I have not met. I would love to meet up with you guys. More than likely, if you come to New York for the service, we'll probably more than likely we'll meet up because I'll be there definitely. And it's a shame I have to meet you guys in this manner.
Yeah.
On the
Bro,
passing
bro,
of
I
our
gotta interrupt you,
brother.
bro. I gotta interrupt you. You are
Sure.
58, R?
Yes, I am.
Holy fuck, you look good for your age.
Okay, Kevin Hart. Goodness.
Damn. Hey. Big brother Dawood said, damn.
Yo,
Dawood,
yo, he
no.
said
You're
that, bro.
making me turn colors now. You make blushing.
Yo, he said that on the live the other night. We was trying to feel
I
serious,
know.
and
Hey. I just turned 40 in September.
bitch, you look good for your age.
Listening to all y'all brothers talk
And
about
I
yeah,
just
50
want to
something.
know,
I was like,
whatever you're
okay, I'm
drinking,
all right.
I need some.
Huh?
Whatever you drink once a day, I need some of that shit. I just want
Man,
you to
you
know
don't
that.
want that. You don't want that. I am a pure. I am like. I am not drinking no health juice, nothing like that.
That's
The
Damn,
most I
that dude
drink is
look
like
good for
water,
his
man.
age.
I just
What
drink
the
water.
hell?
I drink a lot of water, and every once in a while, a little bit of vodka. Every once in a while, I can't front, but that's about it, man. I try to stay active and think young, man. That's about it. I'm not having the pants sag off my behind, but you know what I'm
Word.
saying. I
Bro,
just
you said that the other night, bro. You slammed me. I was just like, oh my God,
yeah,
I got to call this brother. You
yeah.
look, man, you look
Well, thank you,
wonderful for your
brother.
age, bro.
I,
Word up.
I I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I gotta tell you, Dawood and everybody else, yo, when Hollop called me that morning, man, Wednesday morning, like at 10:20 a.m. and I was like, okay, it's Hollop. Let me take this call real quick. And he had said, yo, Mark passed away. Now, and I think I said this on our tribute show. I didn't believe it because I was thinking, not
Me
little
too.
Mark. And I was like, well, do we have another Mark that's a mutual friend? And I'm trying to just like rack my brain within those seconds. And he said, no, Mac 611, as he's known on in the paint. Yeah, that's his nickname. He said, Mac passed away. I was like, what? At that moment, I just immediately broke down. I was like in tears, like more than half the day. You understand?
Yes,
I
sir.
really didn't get myself together until like late afternoon, like damn near early evening, and
Mm.
that's when while I was in that state of mind early in the afternoon, I was like, I got to do something for this guy tonight. I can't wait.
Right.
I have to put it out there. I have to put this together with Hollop and just make the invites and just, and I had a feeling that it would be long because I know Mac was loved by so many individuals. There's individuals I was like, oh, this guy?
Word.
You know what I mean? I was
Word.
amazed.
Yep.
And I was also, like I put in the chat, I was elated by the outpouring of so much love for this brother,
Bro, it took
man.
it took me 45 minutes to get in. That's how many people was
Yeah,
in.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The love that this gentleman received, man, it was just so beautiful to see, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so happy to take part of that, man. And I just miss this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because we have like a group text, myself and it's like another 6 individuals, including Mac. And we would greet each other as brothers, good morning. just talk about different topics of life. And that first morning, the next morning, you know, we're texting each other, and it just felt so much different than normal.
Right.
You felt the missing presence, you know, and again, he was a great guy to talk to. If you had a problem, he's there to support you. He is there to offer advice and just overall support for you. And like Dawood has said within our group, you know, he'll be the peacemaker. You know,
Right.
that's not really
Right.
my forte. I mean, I'll do it, but that's not really my style like that. I'm like, whatever. In my mind, I'm like, Mac will do it. I'm not doing that nonsense. You know, but again, he was so about peace, man. You know, and that's what I loved about him, man. I just miss that brother, man. You know, and the one thing I also want to say, you know, I know In the Paint is his baby, you know, and I'm not trying to take it over. I don't want to take it over. I'd love to keep it going. I would like the opportunity to speak to his mother and see if she has a problem with it. If she does, hey, I'll just do something else. You know
I'm
what I'm
pretty sure
saying?
she wants you to
I
keep it
think
going,
she
brother.
will. I think
Honest,
she
man.
would want his vision to keep going.
Yeah, I
I
would hope so.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
think she knows how much it meant to him.
yeah,
Big brother
Right.
and it
R,
did.
big brother R.
Yes, sir.
Um, I think I'm sure we on a stream somewhere else. Somewhere even here, like,
Oh,
I need it on text so I could save it to like days and times. Cause I know that y'all, I remember getting the invites. I think I came on one in like 10 or something before, but I would like to come on and like chop it up too. Cause I went back and looked at it, and that's one of them things where you wait till it's till something happens to try to participate and be with something when it's
right.
there the whole damn time. And
Right.
and and I love sports. I listen to sports
Okay,
radio. I sit up
okay,
there and watch sports. You understand me? So I would
for
not do
sure.
that with my brother. So please
Okay,
Right.
leave the
Right.
I I'm subscribed and everything, but I don't know the days and times and all that other stuff.
okay,
So I just want the info so I can make damn sure that I come on when I can, and even if it's a couple minutes to say hey and tell y'all that y'all wrong,
right.
because that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I can't wait.
jeez.
I ain't lying.
Good,
Listen,
good
I
luck
can't
with that.
wait. I'm
Oh,
hey,
jeez.
you hey,
Like I said,
listen,
good luck
you
with
hear
that.
my big you hear my big mouth talking about this nationhood stuff. Let me get my Stephen A. Smith on. You better leave me alone.
Oh,
Listen,
Don't be
listen.
him.
wait a minute.
I'm
Be
gonna
Wait a
tell you
minute.
right.
somebody
Wait
else.
a
I'm gonna
minute,
Don't
tell
be
you
bro.
right
him.
now. I'm gonna tell you
Wait a
right.
minute.
Listen, I'm about to
See,
derail the whole conversation. Let me just stop.
see,
I'm about to derail this whole
yeah,
train right now.
right
Let me
there.
stop.
You
Let me
you
stop.
lost you lost some points with me by mentioning that guy.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I said be somebody else. Don't be him.
You can't mention that guy in my presence, man. I'm like,
Be
come on now.
somebody else.
I
Yeah,
That
love it.
don't.
guy.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mm.
But you know what though? Honestly, what you can do, under Angus Black, if you hit me up on Messenger with your email
Bet.
address, I can forward you the link with no problem.
There it is. Got you.
Okay.
Got
All
you.
right. So
Yes, sir. Thank you.
again, I want to thank y'all. I really, from the bottom of my heart, for doing this today, and I want to thank y'all as well for that tribute that we did to him on the
Man.
past Wednesday. All of y'all, I want to thank you. I love each and every one of you. You understand what I'm
Likewise,
saying?
bro.
Because you and I,
Likewise.
people reached out to me, and I was like, wow, it was just, you know what I'm saying? You guys actually comforted me, and being on that tribute, and even this, it comforts me. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I really truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. So unfortunately, like I said, I'm at work, so I'm gonna have to break out. I just wanted to just yell at you guys for a minute, and I appreciate all that you do, and especially
No
with the
doubt, bro.
BIAO. You know what I'm
Thank you
saying?
so much.
Excuse me, BAIO. Pardon me. You know,
Yeah.
Thank you
Word.
Love
so
you,
much.
bro.
love you.
So much.
All right.
But I got to bounce too. But before I go, I just want to say this. As I love everybody here, Umoja, I'm so glad you're with us, bro. You're such a good person. You are such a good
Thank
person.
you,
And I've
bro.
seen you go through a whole lot and grow over the years, whether you through your apprenticeship and things like that. I'm very glad that you're a part of the BI. You're a very good person.
Man, I
Peace,
mean it,
y'all.
man.
Love you, Salima.
I mean it.
You
I
know that.
love you. Man, we already, I think we gushed all over Facebook about how much we love each other.
Yeah, sis,
'Cause-
you want to hear something crazy? I always be having to tell people because your other profile is a Scorpio,
Mhm.
and I'd be like,
Right.
they'd be like, "Happy birthday," sis. I'd be like, "That's not her birthday."
Now my birthday.
And it's
That's the
always
I'm in
me.
Facebook jail on the real page.
She comes back as a Scorpio, so
Yeah.
we're bonding on other levels.
That I tried to make that page completely opposite of me because at one point they was really coming for me, and I'm like, let me change this page, make sure it's completely different than who I am, so they could not come for me.
Word.
So
And
that's what
whenever that
that
birthday
was.
come up, they'd be like, "Happy birthday, sis." I'd be the first one. I'd be like, "Nah, it's not her
Not my
birthday."
birthday. I'm an Aries.
That's what I try to
March,
tell them.
baby.
I'm like, "You can't tell."
I definitely act like an Aries.
We are way too sneaky to be you.
Man, listen. Man, I just be like, y'all know I'm not no Scorpio. I'm an Aries through and through.
Word
And I
up.
just want to say before I go, Ethel, you wrong for that. I ain't let call nobody ancient unless you want me to.
Oh, stop it. Why are we, you know what, Jabari? Why is always you in there acting up? It's always
I am not acting up. She said don't be ancient. She said don't
Ooh,
let
you said it.
don't let me. So if you want me to call y'all ancient, I so will.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Peace.
ancient ain't old enough. I'm about to say Jurassic.
Oh, Jabari, go sit down. Stop it. Stop it. But because I'm telling you to stop now because eventually you're gonna come for me and I don't have time for this.
I ain't came for
Not
you.
yet. It's coming though, because I know you. Okay? I don't listen, I'll be 47. I don't think I look 47. I think I look daggone good for my age.
You do, Sister Lima. Like I said, when you came, I thought you was in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm 47. Well, I'll be 47 in a few months.
Still can't believe that. I really
Yeah.
thought you was in your 30s.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we did an incredible job.
Yes.
Thank everybody who came on. Straight up, everybody who came on, because yeah, I wasn't anticipating any of it. Sister
Right.
Ethel, I'm so upset that we didn't get to hear your voice. But thank y'all. I don't have anything else to say. If y'all got closing words, say 'em, and
Nope.
I'll press end broadcast.
I'm
All right.
good.
Zaida, I love
Peace with
you.
it.
This was amazing. That's my sister right there. That was Mark's one of Mark's closest friends. So, like I said, this has been very hard. So I just hope everybody is getting comfort from these lives and that y'all know that we need to start dropping flowers upon each other on a daily basis. It should not be that we wait until something happens, that we're
Hmm.
expressing how much we care about each other and showing each other love is so, so important, you know. But I love y'all. I'm gonna go. I got some orders I need to fill and I'm gonna get my life together. So, and let's keep each
All right,
other
y'all.
good because
Love
like I said,
y'all.
this was a
Talk to
hard week. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah. Talk to y'all later on
Love
this
you.
evening.
Love you.
Peace.